Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
I made a list of all the friends I never wanna see again. Forgot the lyrics. Shit. Damn it. Anyway, welcome back to the great Dark Souls explorative adventure, extravagantic, amazingness. There's a bonfire. My name is Avery, and my username's Zedu. Yeah, I think you guys know this by now. But today we'll be going down to Hell itself, also known as Lost Izalith, also known as the Demon Ruins. And we'll be taking out, something. A giant, lava monster. He's over there, sorta, not really. He was over there, I swear to God you can see him from there. And, he has bonus points for being the easiest boss in the game. But my frame rates decided to die, which is always good. It's a very cheesy cut. Oh yeah, I know what I had to do. I was rebooting the frame rate because Fraps hates everything about me. Can't buff my fist. Yeah. I want to say that I'm tired, but this is a 30-minute long episode, so I decided to grit my teeth and put up with it. It is 9:22 p.m. on a lovely Saturday night, and there is our man. He's got a good 16, possibly 8 eyes. I couldn't quite tell you. So we're just gonna steal the clothes off this body. And he's mad at us because of that. If you want to know why, go watch a lore video. This guy isn't going to last long enough to explain his story. But yeah, when he does that and slams his leg on the ground, you just want to start, or his hand on the ground. You just want to start bolting it over to where he came from. And this triggers one of the most amazing nuances of Dark Souls. The fabled and legendary, well, the jump of Doom. Now, if you're fighting Ceaseless, fairly, he has some attacks you need to look out for. But for the most part, they're fairly easy to dodge. And, to be honest, he's too easy to a point where you're just better off doing this. So, he's doing his jump. Check out my back. Good God. And this is all you have to do. And there he went. Freaking nerd. Yep. I hope you enjoyed that because all the bosses in this area are horrible. They're atrocious. I do not like... That's a cutscene. Well, we're talking over this cutscene. So anyway, the lava is drying out, allowing us to go through the Demon Ruins. And I hate every boss in this area. Expect a reskinned Asylum Demon and a boss that is just so annoying. For all the wrong reasons. He isn't like annoying in a frustrating way, he's annoying in a boring way. Because he does look remotely cool and remotely scary, but it's just he doesn't have any good meat to him. It's a really simplistic fight. But anyway, we're back in our clothes again. And with our claymore, and we'll be utilizing this to go down to the Demon Ruins, where we will utilize a shortcut and pretty much cheese all of the Demon Ruins. Because the less that I am in this area, the more happy this commentary is going to be. Because it's hell. Like, it looks like hell, and it is hell, but I'm making it out to be more of a big deal than it really is. If you are a Chaos Servant +2 in the Covenant with that white spider lady, that's if you donate 30 humanity. You'll have access to a shortcut, but I won't be going through the shortcut like an idiot, even though I probably should have. And here's a Capra Demon. There was some elegant use of stamina in that fight. I'm not sure if you saw, but I wasted all of it trying to get fancy. And here are the actual Demon Ruins right after here. There they are. And they just decided to pull a future Dark Souls 2, and pump so many enemies into this area. Yep. And I figured to myself, hey, let's not fight the stupid phantom that could probably one-shot me. Let's just drop down here. And thankfully it works. And now the true terror rises. I couldn't quite tell you if that's a millipede or a centipede. I really can't. I'm just gonna really be honest with you. Whatever he is, he spits acid, and if you get close to him, he tries to smack you with his body. Never once. I'm still pissed I can't remember those lyrics. Sexy transition ahoy, and we are in the armor of Scrawny Legs. Now, Scrawny Legs over here, he has a Gold Tracer, and there he is. There's his stats. He's got 70 vitality and is level 196. Scrawny Legs also has the uncanny ability to make people bleed. Oh yeah, those guys don't even bother trying to kill any person here. You'd really just be making life harder on yourself. So if you remember on part 6 when I took down that guy with the shockwave, the Asylum Demon with the stick instead of the hammer, this is essentially the same boss fight, except this guy does a little more damage. But other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory what you have to do. You can get caught on the weird ledges or roots, but other than that, it's sort of dull. There's not much to really talk about. And that's the problem with this area. And I think this was before I started recording in 60 frames. So this whole episode is fairly laggy. Or at least in the, for the Centipede Demon, the boss coming up. But yeah. Maybe I'm just being a bit whiny today and I just don't know it yet. I tend to have a good mood until someone corrects me. I think that's a gene inherited by, like, a parent or something. Actually, it's probably from... yeah, it probably is. But yeah, other than that, this is going to be a rather dull episode. So if I can find anything to talk about, I'll probably take advantage of it as quickly as I can. I mean, I'll probably talk about the boss, and then I'll probably talk more about the strategy behind the boss. But other than that, we've got a pretty smooth ride ahead of us. We're already 10 minutes in, and I haven't even noticed. Oh yeah, by the way, the Gold Tracer, oh my god, that looks so cool! Oh god, that... Ooh. Oh. Oh. That looked, oof. That looks so cool. I'm not even going to lie to you. I remember back when I was playing Devil May Cry 4, for the first time, I used to really like Nero's why? It's Red Queen Attack D, I think. It's the one that sort of mimics Dante's Combo 2 from Devil May Cry 1. And I always really liked doing that because it looked so cool. But we'll be saying goodbye to Scrawny Legs soon. Because Scrawny Legs is part of a gimmick to make sure no one's really bored. And I have been giving humanity to the white lady, the fair lady, and some people say that she starts moving the more humanity you give, and I don't think this is exactly what they meant. This is the only time in the game that this has happened, and it's ridiculous. But either way, it looks like it's... I'll be back in a bit. And we are back, indeed. This is what happens when the angry men in the back decide to knock on your door because you haven't put the sign out. But rather than staying on that topic for much longer, let's take into account that I've lost a large amount of souls. I forgot what I did with them. And I probably leveled. I'll have to check whenever I decide to bring up the stats again. And we're going back with our Claymore power build. What might be the most single-handedly overpowered thing in the game. Which is awesome, because the Claymore in this game is just radical. And in Dark Souls 2 it's utter shit. Why? Because, again, Souls 2, they didn't... 395 damage! Why? But anyway... Disgusting. My straight swords can do more damage than that. Why? But anyway, we're going down as a human because there's a friend that we want to summon. Because I've always liked summoning this guy to this fight. And I don't think I've done it before yet, so might as well. So if you remember that guy who we met a couple days ago? Meet Knight Solaire. I think he's talked to... So, in forgiveness... So yeah, he doesn't talk to us, so I have no dialogue to... I have no dialogue to cut out, even though I don't know why I did that. He doesn't really do much. In Dark Souls 2, the NPCs actually talk to you a little bit. It's pretty nice. But, oh god, the frame rate. So, to Dark Souls' credit, it is one of the only games that can run at a pathetic frame rate and still play very, very well. I can't be bothered to remember what my frame rate was when I actually fought this guy, but it was somewhere between 15 and 30, which is what this game does. If it's too low for 30, it automatically goes down to 15. And if it goes below 15 for about 10 seconds, I think it crashes. With the exception of Oolacile, where it didn't. But if you don't know what Lucille is, we'll be getting to it much later. I'm waiting on Solaire, and Solaire's cool because he can do Sunlight Spear. Right, Solaire? 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 Solaire, long story short, he doesn't even bother. And gets punched in the face because of it. Otherwise, this is a fairly simplistic boss, if I remember right. He's going to do this for a really long time until he decides, hey, maybe I should actually make it so the person with fraps out is, you know, possibly trying to get footage. And oh god. So I think, oh, whoa. The damage is real. And then he finally decides to do his move. Solaire is just taking everything. And of course now he finally decides to use Sunlight Spear, which would have been nice about, you know, forever ago. And what my main goal is to cut off his tail. If I can cut off his tail, I can get a ring, and that ring will allow me to go into the lava. Although I don't bother with the lava because this arena is big enough for the fight. But yeah, when he does the jump attack where he tries to attack you with his tail, not that one, the one where he growls and then does a jump, just roll at the right time, right here, right then roll and you'll be fine. But my main priority, like I said, is to get his tail cut off. And there went Solaire. And the thing about Solaire is he made this fight 2 times harder and did absolutely nothing. He does have a grab, and I think I got hit by it, so that's cool. This is the only time that's actually happened. And I puke myself out. Because you can, if you mash R1 and R2 or right bumper and right trigger, you can essentially dodge that move. Well, not dodge, you can essentially negate a good amount of the damage. But the best way is to just simply not get grabbed. Yeah, this fight's coming to a close. And my problem with it is it's a bit of a slog. When you fight this guy for so long, there's not much to say about him. Freaking magic over there. Does anyone know what hit me? And I'm getting hit by the same attack. I just felt like being eaten today. And I get thrown into the lava, which is pretty bad if this was a different game and didn't have iframes. But this game isn't like a survival experience. If anything, it's a hack and slash with a stamina bar. So, there's a lot of it. And can I kill him, or will he kill me? Now, if I die to this guy, I'll be rather embarrassed. Because he's fairly easy. And the answer is within victory achieved, or the mod that I've installed that makes it so it looks like the Demon's Souls text. Which was my favorite kind of the header. I don't know, I just liked the power beyond human imagination. Even though human imagination in this game, there's not a lot of power to be gotten. You obtain the soul of the enemy, but it doesn't really exactly, like, transmit as power. Sorta, actually. But I won't get into that. Trying to think too hard about that would probably cause an explosion. But let's see how what Solaire has to say about his failure against the Centipede Demon.
Why?
After all this searching, I still cannot find it. After all this searching...
Well... Oh yeah, I think we're being invaded. If the bonfire is smothered out like that, 9 times out of 10 it normally means you're being invaded. But he never comes to, so I think I'm just sitting at this bonfire for a bit, or I decide to go explore the city of Izalith. Or I say screw it to both and go the other way and try to get to Izalith quicker. I think I decided to go the other way because the alternative area is filled with like half dinosaurs, as ridiculous as that sounds. And there went the bonfire. Yeah, it's filled with half dinosaurs, and they're just ridiculous. They'll kill you in an instant. And I've heard that pre-patch, the collection of them was even bigger, and there's like a good 10 in there now. I realized that I'm glowing green instead of clear, so I put on my wolf ring. Although it looks more like a purple. But we're going back down. I realize, hey, I can actually fall down and I'll survive. And we do just. Like now. I'm gonna save the project, I think, if it'll allow me to. And turns out I can. And I've been saving that lately because sometimes Camtasia just decides, hey, I don't want to work today. And just crashes everywhere. But because we're Chaos Servant +2, we can go down here and put up with these sunlight maggots, some of the more annoying enemies in the game, mainly because they do absolutely nothing. Obviously they're difficult, but because of something really stupid, I don't understand why they make it so you have to be part of a +2 covenant. I would have done something different, to be honest. I don't know what, but I would have. Someone is on my tail today. I am being invaded once again. And there's a crystal lizard. And if I see a crystal lizard, for the most part, I go after it, but today I didn't. And who's on the side? What?
Finally, I have my very own son. I am the son. I've done it. I have. Yes, I did. I did. It's dark. So dark.
Wow, that's grim. That's pretty sad. Well, rest in peace, Solaire. Is this real? Yeah, it's real. He was so human. He had 2 humanities. He was human +2. And this one right here with the red flashy eyes sports the sunlight maggot, which can be used to traverse a really annoying place later. And I think I do so, using it. So yeah, after that sorta sad moment, let's try going through here. And welcome to Lost Izalith. The Prowling Demons over here, they do absurd amounts of damage if you're not careful. I've had multiple instances where these guys have one-shotted me. So I just prefer to run past them. No reason to even kill them in the first place unless you're farming demon weapons. And it's so rare that I use demon weapons that there's not much point to it, because they're normally sort of poor. There's some good ones like Quelaag's Fury Sword, and the Chaos Blade's cool for PvP, but there's not much. But that could be an entire topic on its own. And here is a Sister of Izalith, one of the only in the game, and that's Knight Kirk. Knight Kirk is probably the easiest invader ever created in a game. This guy is pathetic. He's pretty... Oh my god, that was pitiful of me. And there he went. Always Kirk, man. He isn't what you would call the best fighter in the world. But on his good days, he's better than me. On his bad days, he's better than me as well. But it's time to go through the moment of hate. Oh. I don't like this part at all. It looks cool, right? Looks cool. You're starting to go down to the tunnel, and you see this big arena, right? Right? You're gonna have an awesome fight with a tree that died when copulating with 10 other trees. What the hell is this? What the hell is this thing? It is the Bed of Chaos, and it's the worst boss in the game. I hate it so much I'm going to talk over its cutscenes. Or not. I have nothing to say. But in the beta footage, this thing, it actually had legs and it crawled around. And in this, it just sort of stands there. It's like a Final Fantasy boss, except worse. Because you actually have to add the effort, and the boss doesn't. It just shakes itself and you take all of your life and worth the damage. But anyway, the strategy you need to do is you want to destroy core and then go out. And you want to destroy the core on the left. Now if you were smart, you would destroy the core on the left and then destroy the core on the right using the bow. But I didn't do that. And I regret it heavily, because the bow has so many good uses. It isn't even funny. So after very, very ferociously blocking my way, we have to go the hard way around and take some damage poised through it. And I think, oh my god, this is bullshit. What's coming up right here? What hit me? What hit me? Like seriously? Screw this boss. The music in this, if you can hear it, has been brought to you by Kingsfield 4, the ancient city. It is, I think it's Old Battlefield, track 19. It's a track before Dark Reality, which is my favorite track in the game. But Kingsfield is the precursor to Dark Souls, and it's an amazing series with full of stuff that definitely shows its age. It's super old. Like, oh my god, screw this boss. I'm getting angry just looking at this freaking footage. Who thought this was a good idea? Like, but anyway, it's almost done, thankfully. And I think the worst part about this boss fight, if you can even call it that, is that there could have been a much better fight. It could have looked much better and been much more fun. Except, you get this pile of bull. It's not the most, like, it isn't exactly what I'd call fun. But it's coming to a close eventually, I hope. And yeah, for a second I thought I hadn't even started recording. And sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't. But hey, it's to a close. You want to bait that tree swing, the swing of the tree limb, and jump. Either jump or fall down. Either way works because jumping's utterly useless in this game. It's utterly useless in any Souls game. It doesn't really do anything. But that is the Bed of Chaos. Bed of Chaos has died. Victory well earned if you've made it. Victory well earned for everyone involved. But that is the worst of it. And if you enjoyed this, thank you very much for watching. And have a good day, or a night, as it's 10:24 p.m. Later.